Listening to the Joe Show on Facebook Live. He's so real and he tells the truth. He's so real and he's for me and you. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show.
Are you looking for some great insurance coverage and you live in the Fordyce, Arkansas or surrounding areas? Well, search no more. Contact Milton Insurance Agency. Milton Insurance Agency is committed to providing you with the highest quality insurance plans available, combined with some of the lowest possible rates. Whether you're shopping for auto insurance, home insurance, health or life insurance, or business insurance, they can help you obtain the best coverage available with the lowest rate possible. Located at 314 North Spring Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas, Milton Insurance Agency truly value the long-term relationship with their clients and are proud to give families, individuals, and businesses the personal attention required when it matters most. When claims arise, they realize that it can be very stressful and will do everything possible to assure timely and complete recovery. Here are a few more coverages they provide: business auto insurance, builder's risk insurance, commercial property insurance, ATV insurance, classic car insurance, motorcycle insurance, and the list goes on and on. So stop what you're doing and get your free quote today. Give Milton Insurance a call at 870-352-2155. That's 870-352-2155. You can also find them on Facebook or check out their website. That's www.miltonins.com. Need brakes fixed, alternator replaced, oil change, tie rods, ball joints, or much more? Call Stuckey's Automotive here in Fordyce, Arkansas. With more than 30 years of experience, Stuckey's and his certified licensed mechanics knows exactly what it takes to get your vehicle back running. He's located at 409 Overpass here in Fordyce, Arkansas. Hours of operations are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until, and by appointments on Saturdays. And don't forget, Stuckey's also offers towing services. So give Stuckey's a call today at 870-250-1870. That's 870-250-1870. And remember, Stuckey's motto is, get them in and get them out. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joe from Facebook Hottest Live Show, The Joe Show. That's right, guys. I'm here at Marty's Body and Glass Shop here in Fordyce, Arkansas. I know the signs say Marty's Body Shop, but I know a lot of you know about Marty's Body and Glass Shop because, guys, you can get windshield work scheduled here at Marty's Body and Glass Shop in Fordyce, Arkansas. That's right. You got a windshield need to be replaced. Marty's can get that done for you as well. And guys, check this out. Not only do they do that, guys, they do PDR. That's paintless dent repair. That means if you got hail damage, hey, come to Marty's. If somebody hit your vehicle with a baseball or softball, put a dent in it, bumped it at the grocery store or something like that, hey, they can get PDR here at Marty's and get the job done, guys. That's right. So not only body work, not only getting your windshield replaced, they do PDR, guys. So, hey, get to Fordyce, Arkansas, guys. They're open Monday through Thursday, guys. Here in Fordyce, Arkansas, you can reach them at 870-352-2443. That's 870-352-2443. They're located at 1017 Morrow Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas. And let me tell you something else about the windshields, guys. If you got a rock peck, and you know those rock pecks are known to spread in the wintertime, guys, you need to get to Marty's. They can repair that rock peck and get it scheduled here at Marty's Body and Glass here in Fordyce, Arkansas. Guys, that's right, guys. They live by John 3:16. That's right. Marty's Body and Glass Shop in Fordyce, Arkansas. A family-owned, friendly atmosphere, guys. And they're very professional, and they do an outstanding job. Remember, guys, they're open Monday through Thursday, guys. And call them at 870-352-2443. That's right. See you later. Check out Marty's.
Everybody is looking for fresh fish and tasty treats. Head over to Stanfield's Fish Market at 710 Morton Street in Fordyce. Open Thursday and Friday from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Saturday 8 to 2. From ribeye steaks to live fishing bait and pet food to seasonal plants, we've got it all. And if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. Stanfield's Fish Market, your one-stop shop for everything you need.
You need to hear this if you're in Fordyce. From mufflers to deer stands, we do it all. Hey Fordyce, looking for more than just muffler repairs? Head over to Fordyce Muffler Shop at 1414 Highway 79, 167 Bypass. Jay and Cindy are your friendly local experts for CV axle repairs, custom deer stands, duck blinds, dog kennels, and even floating fishing piers. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Need to chat? Give us a call at 870-352-5733. We're not just a shop. We're part of the community, supporting events like Fordyce on the Cotton Belt. So come on down to Fordyce Muffler Shop, where we don't do just mufflers, we do it all. See you soon.
Are you tired of riding around in that old beat-up truck, car, or SUV? Have you had an accident, hit a deer, pothole, or something else? If so, call Marty's Body and Glass Shop here in Fordyce, Arkansas. Let Marty and his certified automotive body and related repairers make your ride look like new. Marty is a family-owned and operated business, and they care about their customers and their community. Their motto is John 3:16. So stop by for a quick estimate today. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., and they're located at 1017 Morrow Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas. You can reach them at 870-352-2443 or after hours at 870-820-1288. And remember, Marty can set you up for a glass and windshield replacement as well as PDR, that's paintless dent repair. So again, that number is 870-352-2443. That's 870-352-2443. And you can also find them on Facebook.
Get ready for bigger savings and better coverage with Progressive's newest personal auto product now available through Milton Insurance. For less than $20 a month, Progressive's vehicle protection gives you peace of mind with major repairs, dent fixes, key replacements, and more. And that's not all. How about enhanced multi-policy discounts, Progressive accident forgiveness to keep your rates low, and roadside assistance with trip interruption just in case. Get the best coverage, the best savings, and the best service at Milton Insurance on the Insurance Corner at 4th and Spring Street in Fordyce.
Looking for more insurance coverage? Now at Milton Insurance Agency, e-bikes and compact tractors are now acceptable. They have expanded their motorcycle program to ensure their customers that ride e-bikes or use small tractors on or off their property have the protection they need while enjoying their passion. Standalone specialized insurance has benefits not found on standard homeowners or form policies. They want to get their customers the coverage they want at a price they can afford with a specialized recreational lines policy. So, if you own an e-bike or a compact tractor and need a free quote, call 870-352-2155 or stop by 314 North Spring Street here in Fordyce, Arkansas. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., or you can visit them on their website. That's www.miltonins.com. Something new at Stanfield's Fish Market. That's right, he has fresh cut deli meats. He has Cajun-style turkey breast, bologna, hickory smoked turkey breast, summer sausage, ham and cheese loaf, sow, and he has holly barbecue loaf. Store hours are Tuesday through Friday, 8 o'clock a.m. until 5:30 p.m. and on Saturday, 8 o'clock a.m. until 2 p.m. Remember to get to Stanfield Fish Market located at 710 Morton Street here in the city of Fordyce, Arkansas, or just call them at 870-352-0353. Remember, if Stanfield don't have it, he'll find a way to get it.
Ooh, yeah. It's time. Early in the morning. When I'm right, down to work up, listening to the Joe Show on Facebook Live. He's so real and he tells the truth. He's so real and he's for me and you. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show.
What's going on, all you lovely peeps? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So good to see all you guys this morning. It's awesome to be in the land of the dying, trying to get to the land of the living. So y'all come on in. 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 Kick your shoes off. Everybody relax. Sit back and relax. That's a fact. I'm gonna bring you right now. Good morning, everybody. Hey, share the show if you don't mind, guys. The time is 7 o'clock a.m. here in the big city of Fordyce, Arkansas. Always good to get on in the morning time and see you guys' lovely faces. Look at y'all. Look at y'all. I'm so glad that, I'm able to see you guys. It used to be where I couldn't see y'all, but I can see y'all now. I know a lot of people don't know that I can see them. And so, hey, how you doing? I see you got your rollers in your head and got your hair wrapped up and got your teeth out. It's so good to see everybody this morning, man. You guys are awesome. So good to see you guys. What's up, B-Faye Broadway? What's going on with you? Happy birthday to B-Faye Broadway. She said today is her day. That's right. Today is her day. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. And happy birthday also to my sis, Tasha McIntosh, all the way in the big Dallas, Texas area. Happy birthday, sis. I don't know if you're watching, but if you do, you'll get a chance to see that. What's going on, Kimberly Perm Johnson? Good to see you, young lady, Mrs. Zuma Queen. Also, guys, hey, man, we got some information today, man. The government is shut down. We'll be talking a little bit more about that here after a while, man. I don't know if a lot of people know it, that the government is shut down. They couldn't come up with a deal, so they clank. They shut it down, man. So much infighting, man, inside of the White House, man. There's just so much infighting. It's crazy. What's going on to one of the coldest drummers and organ players I know, Mr. Adrian Williams, all the way from Conway, Arkansas. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Happy birthday from Aaron to Miss B-Faye. Anybody else got any more birthdays out there you want to celebrate? You got somebody you know that's having a birthday? If they having a birthday, not a birthday, but a birthday, we say birth, B-I-R-F. I don't know why we do that, but we do. Y'all don't even play about it. Y'all done served birthday before too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birth, B-I-R-F, birthday. We say it all the time, but happy birthday to Miss B-Faye. And also I said I gave a happy birthday to Tasha McIntosh all the way in Houston, Texas. Man, you know, I'm gonna read a little bit about the government shutdown and what that means for several people, government workers and state workers and things like that. We'll get into that, guys. But we'll see. You know, it's just so much stuff going on right now around the globe. It is unreal, man. So, you know, you can't let it worry you to death. You know, I keep up with a lot of it. I watch a lot of it. But you cannot let it affect you mentally, because if you do, you'll be crazy, man. Wondering what's going on, what's going to happen next. Man, just live. Ain't nothing we can do about it, but just live. That's all we can do. I know we kind of on early. I got a lot of people coming in. They'll say, hey, Joe, I got the show late. I got up late. You know, it's hard for people. You know, they say when you get over 40, it's hard to get up. I don't know how true that is, but they say when you turn over 40, it's hard to give up. What's up, Cassandra Fields? So good to see you, Miss Fields. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And as you guys come in, if you don't mind, could you do me a favor? Just share the show. Just click share. You know, one of these new algorithms, you know, Facebook have. You know, you had Roland Martin. He was talking about this the other day on his show, and he was talking about how Facebook is now, they don't want to share your shows. They don't want to put information down. They don't want to share nothing but violence. And they sharing fight videos. They're putting up videos that's very inappropriate. But when it comes down to things like this right here, they're just not putting it out there. So that's why I need, you know, people help. That's why, you know, I ask for people to share the show the same way he's doing, and he has millions of followers. I only have a couple thousand, you know. So and they're making it harder and harder for you to get your information out there and for people to view your content. And so that's why I'm always asking you guys to share it if you don't mind. You know, I appreciate you for it. I dance at your wedding, and I ain't gonna say I dance at your funeral, because you wouldn't know nothing about that, but I dance at your wedding. So good morning. So what's up, y'all? If you're watching the show, let's go ahead on and weigh in, guys. Where you watching the show from? If you're just passing through, if you're just driving headed to work, if you're just getting up this morning, you know, you got your computer set on Facebook. We're gonna talk a little bit about what's happening with the shutdown, what's happening when they spoke to all the generals. We're gonna cut into that, because I know there's a ton of people talking about the government shutdown. What does that mean for you? Are you a state worker? Are you a federal worker? What does that mean for you when the government shuts down? Do you get paid? Do you work for no money at all? The military don't get paid. So we're gonna get a little bit into that after we get done with the birthdays and all that good stuff. And also, guys, today Fordyce weather is high of 88 today with a 0% chance of rain, and the winds are going to be 6 miles per hour, guys. So we got Jacksonville, Arkansas is in the house. Anybody else want to give a shout out to what city you from? What's up, Mario? What's up, Jamario? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you. You know, so where you watching from? If you don't mind, type that in. What city, you know, rep your city, rep your state, where you watching from, if you don't mind doing that for me. And I'll ask that later on. And we'll go from there. And big shout out to all of the sponsorships from the beginning of the advertising ads of the show. I appreciate, you know, Stucky Automotive, Stanfield Fish Market, Milton Insurance Agency, Fordyce Muffler. We got Marty's Body and Glass Shop. I truly appreciate you guys. I think I said Stucky's Automotive as well. So thank you guys so much. Going from there. Smack over Arkansas. Miss Tambler, smack over, look like smack over football doing pretty good down that way. Sure is. We got Warren, Arkansas, Cassandra Fields, Monticello in the house. Monticello Billies. All right, them Warren Lumberjacks. I don't know how the Lumberjacks are doing this year. And we got Tulip. That's right, Tulip in the house. All right, I know we got some more towns and cities. I know we got the people that's watching and don't like to click. Where you from? Go ahead on. Just click your name. Just click on it. We don't mind. But yeah, I hear Smackover is doing really good this year in football. We got Miss Bill said El Dorado, Arkansas is in the house. What's up, LaQuinta Owensbury, Arkadelphia Badger? I was in Arkadelphia at the game the other day. Young Priest say Fordyce. It's about time somebody represent Fordyce. You know, I just go to show you, you know, I'm in Fordyce. I ain't but one person for Fordyce. Ain't that crazy? But you know, that's why I thank God. I thank God for my out-of-town people, because man, I'd be lucky to get 1 or 2 people from Fordyce. But that's crazy though. You represent Fordyce. You talk about the football team. You talk about you represent local businesses on here, but don't nobody from Fordyce hardly watch the Joe Show. So I love y'all out-of-town peeps. I love y'all out-of-town peeps, you know, and so, you know, and this, you know, I used to talk about that, you know, but that's why, guys, you cannot allow that, because, you know, I fed the community, I gave back to the community, bicycle, toy drives, man, you throwing everything into the community, but you just don't get that local support from the people to watch the show. You know, they may watch it later on. They know about it, but they'll definitely know about it when you're giving away some stuff. You know, I mean, hey, I'm just keeping it 100. So I thank God for the out-of-town people, the out-of-state people, the people that log in. I appreciate you. LaQuinta Owens, all the way from Arkadelphia, Arkansas. You know, Florida was great, Tamala. We had a great time in Florida. We sure did. You know, man, long drive. You know, we drove there, and the drive there was longer than the drive coming back, because going into Florida, into Orlando, the traffic was horrendous. You know, but coming out, you know, you get out of there and then you straight, you know. But going, it took a while. Coming out, I think it took us, because we got stuck in traffic due to an accident, it took us almost 19 hours, guys, to get to Orlando, Florida, because of a car accident. We would have made it in like 14 to 15 hours, but due to the traffic, that was bad. But on the way back, we got back 13 and a half hours. You know, we was back. We left at 2 in the morning. We put up in Fordyce a little bit after 3. So, yeah, it was traffic was crazy. You know, yeah, I bet, you know, was she there this weekend, Tamala, working? I wonder, you know, because y'all, I mean, that traffic was, y'all, man, we almost got hit. You know, a lady almost hit us, and that would have turned, that 19 hours would have turned into 26 hours, you know, because we would have been on the side of the road trying to wait for the police, but we almost got hit because of the way certain people drive down there and everything. Good morning, Mark Jackson. What's up? What's up, kinfolk? Good to see you. Good to see you, kinfolk. But hey, we gonna get in this thing, man. We got some stuff to talk about. We definitely got the stuff about. Now you need another vacation to rest. I know, Kim. That's how I feel sometimes. You go on vacation and you know, and which I've driven in California before. I've driven in, you know, I've driven in Las Vegas. I drove to Las Vegas, so driving 13, 14 hours wasn't no big deal to me. I like to drive rather than, I will fly. I have fly before, but I prefer driving. If we can drive, I'm like, let's go. You know, you get a chance to see different stuff, and, you know, I love on the highway driving. But Tasha was like, Joe, you should have got in the plane. You know, y'all, I ain't lying. Here lately, I ain't been feeling no airplane. It's just been so much stuff going on. You know, it's safer in the sky than it is. Let me say this, then we're going to move on. It may be safer in the sky. They may say that. But here lately, it ain't been. It ain't been here lately, so I ain't trying to get in no airplane here lately. I just ain't been trying to get in the plane. We flew from Dallas to LA. Then we flew from LA to Salt Lake City. From Salt Lake City back to Dallas. That's enough flying for me. I promise you. You know, I'm on the airplane like this. I was frozen stiff when I was on that plane. You know, it's a ton of tourists down there. And guess what, guys?
our goal was to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and leave Florida. We were like, let's get up at 2. We're gonna beat the traffic. Ain't no traffic in Florida. At 2 a.m., them folks still up like it's 3 in the evening. I'm serious, y'all. We jumped on the freeway at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm driving. I'm like, yeah, we gonna beat this traffic. Man, there's people still, the Ferris wheel still going at the fair. The Ferris wheel still moving. All the rides still going. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking like, all these Floridians are gonna be asleep. They don't sleep. They vampires. Them jokers is up, walking all across the street. They going to the amusement parks. I'm like, what first stay open at 2 o'clock in the morning? That in Orlando, Florida, they might as well call it the city that don't sleep. Because man, I'm talking about it wouldn't be no traffic up there. It was not beating any traffic in Orlando. Good morning, Miss Nicole McGee. Good morning, Miss Tanika Tyrunna Giles. Y'all see Tanika got a new last name. I's married now. Tanika has got married. Congratulations, Tanika. She's married now. She's married now. And you know, since she married, I don't hear from her no more. But that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, she used to check on her big bro and be like, hey, what's up, bro? I don't hear from her. She done got married now. She done just cut me off. Where you been? But congratulations to you, Tanika. I'm happy. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. Good morning, Miss Betty Warner. Good to see you. What you say, Kim? Kim says, God says, lo, I am with you. Nah, hey, you right. But congratulations, Tanika. I'm so happy for you. Good morning, Miss Betty. All right, y'all, check it out. Let's get into our topics. All right, first, guys, let's talk about if you hear and you've heard about the government shutdown. Let me see your hand. If you heard about the government shutdown, let me see your hand. You know, okay, Tanika, I got you. If you've heard about the government shutdown, let me see. Do anybody know that the government shut down? And since the government is shut down, does it affect you? Yes or no? If it doesn't affect you, put no. If it does, put yes. I'm interested in knowing, does it affect anybody that I know? You know, I don't know if it affects you. You know, how does it affect you, and what kind of way does it affect you? You know, so since you guys are aware of the government shutdown, okay, but Miss Tamala says it affects her. Miss Bobby Faye, B. Faye says it. I don't know if she's saying yes, she's heard of it, or it affects her, but I know Tamala is saying yes, it affects her. You know, so since you guys have heard of it, let me read a little bit of this to you. Government shutdown, why? What does it mean? Both Republicans and Democratic proposals that would have funded the government up until past Tuesday failed in the Senate during the 11th hour, effectively shutting down the government at 12 a.m. on today. That's right, it shut down this morning at 12 a.m. The federal government ran out of money after a Democratic-backed spending bill that would have extended health care subsides under the Affordable Care Act and reverse cuts to Medicaid failed, as well as the GOP-backed stopgap funding measure that would have funded the government for 7 weeks also failed. All right, guys, so this is what went on. The Democrats, they were basically trying to save health care in this packet to continue the government for spending. The Republicans is like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. We don't want to fund that. They don't want to fund the Affordable Care Act. So the Democrats, we're not gonna vote on it. Republicans, we're not gonna vote on it. So guys, I don't understand why the Republicans are so dead set on killing insurance and killing Medicare and killing Medicaid. They are dead set on making sure no one have. I don't understand that. And it's going to get a lot of them. Guys, this is what's going on right now. It's going to get so, and I want to say this. I want to say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I will hope a lot of people share it and hear it or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you what's going on right now, and I got to move on to our topics if I don't get stuck on this. This is what's happening with our government, with our United States right now. We got a lot of people who believe in God, believe in Jesus. They believe Jesus died, he rose in 3 days. They believe God sent his son. We believe that. We believe that. That's our Christianity, that's our religion. We believe that. So that's why the Republicans, they ran a God, we love Jesus race. And when the Democrats was trying to do all the transgender stuff, trying to talk about getting kids to have sex changes, and when Miss Kamala was talking about getting prisoners to have sex change and your tax money pay for sex change, that's all a lot of the people I was hearing. You was hearing a lot of gay rights, a lot of LGBTQ rights and stuff on. That's how Trump got in office, because he started talking against that. Like, he's talking it for God. I'm for Jesus. They tell me he's for God. He's for Jesus. He's for Christianity. Okay, so a lot of Christians heard that. And a lot of Christians who's against the LGBT, who's against transgenderism, who's against having children, having sex changes and all, they decided to vote Republican because of they using the word God. They using the word, look at what's going on with the Charlie Kirk. And they treat Charlie Kirk like he's Jesus Christ because Charlie Kirk talked about God. He talked about Jesus. But all of the stuff that he said that couldn't be construed to be racist, like, you know, he wouldn't get on a plane if it was a black pilot because he don't know if the pilot got the job through affirmative affirmative action. He thought Martin Luther King was a horrible man. All of the racist stuff that he said was overlooked due to him saying he loved God. So that's what we are in the United States, guys. You're caught, and how many of you how many of you feel like you caught in the middle? You caught in the middle of this mess. You got the Republicans who say they love God, they love Jesus Christ, they love this, they love church, they love this. And you love God and you love church, and you like, that's what the Republicans, so I love God, I gotta go for them. But then they take away your health care. Then they give more tax breaks to the rich. Then you see right now the government is shut down. Now, you know, look like, I mean, we could be facing war with Russia. We could be going through they talking about more nuclear war ads now than anything on Facebook. They're telling you what to do if there's a nuclear attack. We're going through all of this stuff on the Republican side. But they talking about God. But then on the Democratic side, you got them talking about they focus too, and let me tell you something, Democrats, you focus too much on transgenderism. You focus too much on LGBTQ. That's where you failed at. The United States of America was founded on Christianity values and morals. And so you keep throwing that crap up in everybody's face, and they get tired of looking at it, and they gonna go vote Republican. That's what happened. I'm just keeping it 100 because, you know, you keep on throwing it up, and so people is like leaving the Democratic side to go vote Republican because they hear the Republicans protecting church, protecting God. You're able to praise God. You're able to read the Bible. You're able to do it. Because the Republicans saying, if you keep on, the Democrats are going to take your religious rights. You're not going to be able to praise God no more. You're not going to be able to do this no more. They're attacking churches. You know, church is evil. That's where we're at right now. I'm telling you guys, that's where we are. That's why politics is so crazy right now. And so I don't know why the Republicans are hell-bent on taking health care. I don't understand that. I don't understand why the House, the Senate can't see the people need health care. You're putting such a strain on your people if you're taking Medicare. You cutting Medicaid. You're taking food. You're going to have family stuff. It's almost like it's done intentionally. They hate Obama so much that they've taken the Affordable Care Act, which we call, quote-unquote, Obamacare. They hate this man so much that they don't care about the citizens going lacking for health care. They hate him so much that they don't care about the citizens. They focus on just killing that act, killing the Affordable Care Act, and don't have nothing to replace it with. So that's where we are right now, man, and it's so sad. We're so freaking divided right now as a nation. Everybody, it's so many people right now upset with the Republican Party. They thinking Trump is finna try to rig the system where he can run again. They thinking that they're trying to cause a race riot. They're trying to a race war. They're trying to divide us. And let me tell you, my white sisters and my white brothers, I don't have nothing against y'all, and y'all shouldn't have anything against me. If we don't understand that they are the puppet masters and they are the ones working the puppet strings, if you guys don't understand that, you dumb as hell. If you don't understand that, if you stupid enough to do what this guy just did, drive your truck up in a church over political views, you letting them pull your strings. If you that stupid that you hating your black brother or your black sister over what they saying in politics, you stupid as hell. You don't jump up and fall out with somebody who you've been friends with for years over politics. And if you do that, you stupid. You don't have them get you so upset you got to go to the Capitol and you got to crawl up the wall like Spider-Man to try to take over the gut. You letting these people pull your string and you ignorant for doing that. Y'all, man, it's so sad that people so weak-minded right now. They allow people who you'll never meet a day in your life. Donald Trump ain't gonna never step in your house. These people, they not gonna ever come to your house. They not gonna ever care about you losing your job. We got farmers in Arkansas praying right now. They got videos of the farmers that are praying. They going bankruptcy right now. And who did they vote for? The person they voted for is not studying them. They farms are going under. Why? Because the tariffs on China, and China is not buying grain. China's not buying soybean. China's not buying corn. China's not buying nothing from the United States because of the tariffs. Now the farmers who voted for Trump thought he was going to protect them, and so now he's not protecting them. He's not throwing money at their families. But I heard one lady say before all this happened, I don't mind suffering if it's going to fix America. But now she's suffering and she can't feed her family. And no one's listening. And that's what the road we're all headed down, you know, and I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers because right now the people who know it's wrong, they won't talk on it. The people who voted for Trump and feel like things is not going right, they won't talk on it. They will not say nothing about it. When he was going in office, when Joe Biden was walking around looking like he was about to die, is Sleepy Joe they was calling, wandering off in the forest in the Amazon. They laughed about that. They talked about it. They thought he's an idiot. They talked about Joe Biden like a dog. But now their families is suffering and losing jobs, losing Medicare and losing Medicaid, and now all this stuff is going on, but no one won't talk on what's going on right now. I don't care who's in that White House. I want them to succeed, and especially for the people, for the citizens of the United States. I don't care if it's a Republican. I don't care if it's a Democrat. If it's for the people of the United States of America, and that's where I'm located, I want us to succeed. I want us to succeed. But how our religion, let me get back to, I'm going to get to a topic. But how our religion is going to go up under attack is through how things are going right now. And we're under the government is shut down right now. That hadn't happened in a long time. It says 2019 was the last time a government shut down. So 6 years ago, government shut down. Who was the president 6 years ago? Who was the president in 2019? Can somebody tell me that? I'm waiting. Okay. Government shut down in 2019. Who was the president? You see who the president was. Government shut down in 2025. Who's the president? And I hate things like this is going on. Because what happens is everything that they say, all of our religious protection and religious beliefs and all that stuff is going to be under fire because things are so bad right now that people is going to be clawing to get the Republicans out of the White House, get the Republicans off the Senate, get the Republicans off the House. Then our religious state gonna be right back in the situation where it was at. It's like you can't have both with both parties. Why can't you have love and you don't have a lot of the race issues with the Republicans? Why can't we have that? Why you can't have God and religions? And if you say you love God, you say you're religious, you say your background and your people of the Republicans are God. Why the love show? Why the love is not shown? Why more hate? Why more racist groups come out when the Republicans is running things? Why all these different white nations coming up? You just had them cheering the other day. You know, white men fight back. White men fight back. A black man didn't kill Charlie Kirk. When the Charlie Kirk incident happened, you got a white group screaming, "White man fight." A black man didn't kill Charlie Kirk. So what are you fighting back against? So this mess is going on so much. We're so divided, and we shouldn't even be divided. I don't hate nobody white. Nobody white shouldn't hate me. We all supposed to be getting along, but it's nothing but hate being spreaded. Nothing but hate. Nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about it. Don't nobody want. They just think it's gonna go away. Hell, it's not gonna go away. So you not talking about it is not gonna make it go away. You not talking about it. All this. You thinking that if you just shut up, you don't talk about what's going on. You don't talk about the person that's causing a lot of the hate. You don't talk. You think that ain't gonna make it go away. Because I'm going to tell you why. There's some people have so much hate in their heart toward other races that they don't care about suffering. They'll lose everything that they have as long as their racist agenda is fulfilled. They don't care. They'll live on the streets as long as you suffering. If you don't like a certain race, you don't care. You'll lose every dime you got. And you don't care about living on the street and having nothing as long as them people that you hate is suffering. That is so sad. But that's the state we in right now. That's the state we in right now. You got people are so hateful and so racist toward one another that they don't care about losing their livelihood. Everybody want to be able to leave generational wealth to their kids, to their grandkids. Everybody want to be able to do that. But here it is, 2025, and we still divided. And it does not happen until Donald Trump get in the White House. And when Trump get in the White House, we all go darn crazy. We fall out with each other. Because he's up there saying he hate people. I hate my. When you saying hate, you at the top of the line. You the man in charge. If you saying you hate your opponent, that hate is going to dwindle all the way down. It's going to dwindle all the way down. When you saying you hate somebody. That's the worst thing that you can put out in the atmosphere. That you hate somebody. And they're going to dwindle down from you to your next, to your party, to your vice, to your cabinet leaders is going to dwindle down, and that hate is going to spread across the United States of America, and that's what the heck is going on right now. If this man don't start speaking love, if this man don't start speaking, we need to love one another. He need to condemn all these hate groups. He need to condemn them all. These groups that's causing us to fight amongst each other. He need to stand up, and I'm telling you guys, that's where it's got to come from. It's got to come from the head. As long as the head is up calling the left this and saying it and spreading hate, we gonna continue to fight amongst each other. America is turning itself apart, and that's why. And it's sad. And nobody want to hear about it. Nobody want to talk about it, because they know what they see and they know what they hear. And they don't care about losing everything as long as their agendas are fulfilled. That's where we are right now. And I'm so afraid for our country because of that hate. I'm so afraid for our country because of that hate. And I'm praying every night before I go to bed. Every morning I wake up, I always pray for our country that some type of love be shown through people, because we're the only ones that can make this not happen. Because it's more of us than it is of them. So we're the only ones that can make it not happen by showing love to one another. We got to show love to one another. That's what we have to do. Simple as that. No, Jeff, you're right. Not all white folks are like that. Not all black people are like that. You got black people can be just as racist as white people. So I'm talking about everybody. I'm not talking about just white people. This is everybody in general. But that's the way we are. If a black man is talking the way I'm talking now, you assume that I'm talking only about white people. I'm not only talking about white people. I'm talking about black people and white people, brown people, whatever. If we don't learn to get along and love each other and stop being pulled by like the puppet master is working his strings on all of us, if we don't be smart enough to know what's going on and admit to what's going on, right now his people know that Trump them is keeping us into it, know that the hate is being spread, but they ignore what he's doing and won't even fault him for it. Won't even fault him, and they know exactly why come we're into it. They know why we're arguing. They know why come all that, but they will not admit it, and that's what's causing the problem. Y'all know it is. We've been at each other's throat ever since this man got in office. And it's saying, I wish he wasn't like that. I wish Trump wasn't like that. Everybody, oh, I love him because he speaks his mind. Don't you know you can't just get up and say any damn thing you want when you running a country? You'll say that, but if you go to a church and your pastor get up and look out there in the audience and say, oh, I sure want to slap her on her ass, you'll be out that church the next week. You won't never go to that church no more. And that's what I don't understand. We could tolerate things being said. This man done dropped the F-bomb on TV. He just dropped the SHIT bomb the other day. If this was done by your pastor on TV, you wouldn't be going to that church. That's our problem. We tolerate things from who we want to tolerate it from. We pick and choose who we choose right and wrong from. And that's what we are as a nation. And it's really sad that it's like that. I don't even view the presidency of the United States as, it used to be you know how you feel when the president walk out, you're like, oh, dun, 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 dun. Now it's like, I don't know what it feels. It just feels funny now. It don't even feel right no more. And it don't. You don't feel that thing that you used to feel. And if you look at, all you see is negativity on TV. That's all you see. And I hate it's like that. I mean, I really do. I hate it's like that. I hate it's like that. I believe the United States need to be tough on Russia. I mean, there's some things that I think that they need to be doing, because, to me, Putin seems like the kind of person that if you don't stand up to him, he's going to move on to another country. He's going to move on to another country. If he takes Ukraine, I feel like you need somebody to be able to hold him, say, hey, look, bro, you going too far now. We need that. But at the same time, if you say, well, Trump can do that, he told American people that he was going to have the war stopped in 24 hours. People believe that. Inflation was going to be down. People believe that gas prices was going to... Everything this man said, people believe that none of it's gotten done. And I'm sorry, whether it hurt your feelings or not, he's done none of that stuff. And you can sit there and you can defend it all you want to and say what you want, but he's done nothing like that he said he was going to do. He said he wasn't going to mess with Medicaid and Medicare. He messing with it. Everything he said he wasn't going to do, he doing. Everything. And that's heartbreaking. That's hard, and it ought to be heartbreaking to you who voted for him, to be like, dang, he just, but because you don't want to be wrong, you'll sit there and you'll find a reason to say, well, they won't let him. You can't say the Democrats won't let him do nothing because Democrats ain't running the House, Democrats ain't running the Senate, so it's all Republicans doing it. So you can't say, blame it on, well, the Democrats won't let him do. You can't say that. The government shut down today. Who are you going to finally say, what's going on? Are you going to keep on supporting somebody that's doing that? I don't get it. If we don't run this nation on God and on love, it's not good, man. We got to be strength. You got to be strong, but at the same time, the citizens are going to go to feeling like we over in China somewhere. That's what our Russia. You can't even talk about, bring up the president's name, you'll get in trouble. Freedom of speech is under attack right now. You got people going to jail for talking about Charlie Kirk. You got who ready for topic number 1? Also, guys, I wanted to bring up the fact that this weekend, guys, we got the Fordyce Redbugs homecoming coming up this week. We got the Redbugs homecoming coming up. They beat Mineral Springs 52-0. They are off this week. Barton did a forfeit. Barton forfeited their game last week. So Fordyce didn't get an opportunity. Somebody put on Facebook that Fordyce played Barton and it's 2-0. That's not true. Fordyce did not play Barton. It was a forfeited game. And so Fordyce will be having homecoming this weekend, and they'll be taking on the Drew Central Pirates out of Monticello, Arkansas, in that area. But they'll be taking on Drew Central this week, guys. So Friday's going to be homecoming. So get to Fordyce if you want to see the Redbugs play. I don't know how good Drew Central, but Drew Central is 2-2 right now. So my homeboy Marlo Perry, he's a big Drew Central fan. So he said Drew Central is a basketball team town, not football. But we'll see how they do against the Redbugs in our homecoming game. So come on out Friday, enjoy some Redbug football, guys. Also, guys, information that you guys know that they let Sam Pittman go from the Razorbacks. Sam Pittman is no longer the head hog. So just know that Sam Pittman is no longer the head hog. So hey, I know I kind of talked a lot about that stuff. I just getting people to understand that what's going on is important, because we don't talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody just want to walk around and act like there ain't nothing going on, because the reason why they want to walk around and act like everything is not going on is because the individual whom they voted for is doing what they're doing. So what they rather do is not talk about it. And if you talk about it, it upsets them, because they know what's going on is not right. So they choose not to even speak on it. They choose not to talk on it. But if it was somebody who they didn't vote for, they would be talking about them really bad. That's just the way life is. Simple as that. We gotta always stick to God. Stick to love. Love always win, man. And right now, hate is just so thick right now. It is so thick. All right, we got some football stuff being talked about here. We got Tanya saying, congratulations to Harmony Grove, class of 1985, celebrating a 40th reunion this weekend. My class. Congratulations, Tanya, in the class of 1985 to Harmony Grove. Is Harmony Grove what are they, Hornets? I think they're Hornets. Kimberly says, I know you will be at Beard Homecoming. When is Beard Homecoming? Is it this week? We got Jeff says, not too much for Jesus. If we all keep in prayer, he is going to take care of this. I hope so. I hope so. We got Tamala says, you have some valid points, Joe, and absolutely correct. Like I said earlier, if it doesn't affect them directly, they do not care. And you're right about that. You're right about that. And that's with anything that goes on. All right, question. Are y'all ready for topic number one? Let's get topic number one knocked out right quick. All you got to do is write down the word ready. Let's get it. You say, Kim, is this Friday? Beard Homecoming, is this Friday? Fordyce Homecoming. We'll see what's going on. I wouldn't mind catching a beard. I remember I used to go to Beard. I graduated Beard school. And you know how you used to go to the football games? Go ahead on. If you're ready for the topic, type down the word ready while I'm telling you this. I used to go to the football games when I got out of high school. I only went for a couple years because after a while, you don't know nobody no more. You stop going. You go to the ball game. When you get out of school, you be like, I'm going to the game. I'm going to, because you're so used to it when you're in school. But when you get out of school, you try to keep going. But all the kids that you know done graduated, and you sitting there like, who is that? You don't know nobody no more. And so that's what kind of went on. With me, with Beard, I went for a while, and after I didn't know nobody no more, in a couple years, I stopped going. I actually stopped going. All right, here is our first Joe Show topic, and I need y'all help, guys. All right, it says, topic number one. Y'all ready for this? Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. All right, let me find my okay. It says, woman writes, Joe, I've been dating my guy friend for 3 months. Here is my issue. He called me on last week and asked if I wanted to go riding, and I said yes. He came by and picked me up. He stopped to get gas, and while he was in the store, I looked through his armrest, and I saw some bipolar schizophrenic meds with his name on it. When he came out the store, I never asked about it. Joe, should I be concerned? Should I ask him about it? Do I keep acting like it's no big deal? Shouldn't he tell me? What do you guys think I should do? Okay. I'm glad Tamala you watching. I'm glad Tamala is watching. I'm glad Tamala, because I want to ask some questions about it. Okay, she goes on a date with this guy, and when he calls, say, hey, you want to go ride? And they've been dating for what, 3 months? And he picks her up. They go riding. She looks inside his armrest. She being a little nosy, of course. I ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if she want to know something, and she finds some, meds for schizophrenia, bipolar, and now she's wondering, like, hey, what should I do? Should I question him? Should I have brought it up? Should I have what do I do in a situation? Do I act like nothing's going on and just keep doing what I'm doing, or should I dip? All right, let's see what you ladies say. Tamala said, run. She didn't even put no reason behind it. She just said, run. All right, we got Tanika. She didn't even put no words. She just put the emoji. She just put the emoji up. We got we got Cassandra. So ask some questions or run. We done heard the word run 3 times. Let's see how many times we gonna keep hearing run. We got Nicole McGee says first she should have went in his own risk. He might not think it's time to tell her yet. It's still early in the relationship. All right. We got Sonia says, good morning, Joe. I would make it a conversation, like asking about health in case relationship goes further. Okay, we got 2 people saying, hey. You got, I think, Nicole said, Nicole, on her, are you saying she shouldn't have went in his own rest, or she should have went? I mean, I'm trying to get that situated, you know. And Sonia says again, I would make it a conversation, like asking about health care, you know, his health and all that, in case, you know, the relationship does go some further. Okay, we got Tanika Tyranda says, you should move out the way. You should move out the way. We got Miss Tanja says, let him show you. If you see signs, address it and leave if you can't deal with it. Been only 3 months. Give him a chance to say something. Okay. Okay. You saying she should have not went in. Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying, Nicole. We got Timberson. No, seriously, it is a sensitive subject, but health, credit, triggers, among other things, need to be discussed early. I'm gonna weigh in on this. I'm gonna read Jeff's. Nicole says she should not have went in the arm rest. Okay, I got you, Nicole. We got Jeff says, act like nothing's going on, but watch his attitudes. Those meds work. And as long as he takes them, he's good. It may as well be that he's taking them for other reasons. But do have a health issue conversation. Let him tell you if he is comfortable. Otherwise, wait on him. I gotta weigh in on this because I know I ain't got long. I wouldn't ask him nothing. She don't know what might trigger him. Sis, save yourself. Okay. Tanika kind of got in my head there for a minute because this is a very, like Tamala said too, this is a very sensitive subject. Obviously in 3 months, if he hadn't brought it up, he don't want you to know. Did he think you was gonna go in his unrest and be nosy? Probably didn't. He probably didn't think you was gonna dig through his stuff. Well, you did. And that could be a trigger if you would have told him. Because he's gonna ask you how you know what I'm on, how you know what I'm dealing with. And that could possibly trigger him being his bipolarism. So you have a choice to make. When it come down to a relationship like that, and a person have an issue with I mean, I know I've seen myself how bipolar schizophrenia treats a person. I mean, personally, I've seen it, and I know if a person is on their meds, they can be completely normal, and I know if they're off their meds, I've seen what can happen. If you're not personally willing to deal with the individual like that that's off their meds, because there's gonna come a time that he may have a situation where he couldn't get to it, or he may. So you got a decision to make. The question is not should I talk to him about his medical stuff. The question is, do you want to be with a person who's bipolar schizophrenic? The medicine does not make him not bipolar schizophrenic. He takes meds because he is bipolar schizophrenic. Let me say that again. So the question is, do you want to be with a person who's bipolar schizophrenic? That's the question. If your question is no, answer is no, then y'all ain't been together 3 months. Go ahead on and find a reason to get out that relationship. But if the question is, he's bipolar. You know, you hear people saying that, hey, he's bipolar schizophrenic. That's the way I look at that. All right. We got Jeff said he may not be comfortable sharing those issues at 3 months in. If you haven't had other reasons, give him time to tell you. Okay. We got Sandra said she say bipolar or bipolar schizophrenic. Okay. Both. Unfortunately, in most cases, the disease process of schizophrenia, people often believe they don't need the meds, so they are always off on what you just said, Miss Tamara. That's what I witnessed. That part right there. Yeah. You know, that's the part I witnessed. We got Jeff said, Joe, I take 2 meds to control depression, PTSD, and anxiety. Both are also for bipolar. Gotcha, Jeff. So, you know, when it come down to, and I understand what Jeff's saying, some meds are meant for this. Kind of like, it's a med that my wife was taking, and she's no longer on it. Y'all probably have heard of it. It's called Lyrica, or not Lyrica, but I can't think of it. But it's for like, my wife deal with arthritis in her shoulder, and they had her taking this med. But then the med is for seizures. So, and then I've also heard people taking, I also heard men go in to get treated for ED, and they may put them on some for depression, because they telling the man it ain't that you got ED, it's all in your head. You're fine, but in your mind you're not. So different meds for different things, but I'm assuming she know what she was looking at. The reason why she said medication for bipolar schizophrenic, this person that will know what kind of type of meds that is. So this is one of those topics where you got to make a decision on what you want to do by listening to all these comments and listening to what we're saying. You got to make your mind up on what you want to do. That's why you set the topic, is because you want to know what you should do. Read all these comments. Once you read these comments, you make a decision on what you want to do. I can't tell you go. I can't tell you stay. Read the comments. Read the comments, and you evaluate the comments, and you make a decision on should you go, should you stay, should you discuss it with him. If he don't tell you, because it's been 3 months, I'm like, I think Jeff or somebody said the subject may be so sensitive to him. Maybe he's trying to see how much you care about him. And maybe later on in the relationship, he will involve that he take medications for certain things or whatever. Because that's a sensitive, very sensitive subject. And don't nobody want nobody to know. You know, same way a man don't even want a woman to know that he take ED drugs. A lot of husbands hide from their wife that he takes ED drugs. They'll hide the medicine. And then a lot of women in the house will find medication hid from them, and they go to automatically think that their medication, the man using medication to do this, man, is for you. Women find ED meds in the house, they automatically assume, what you're taking this for? Who? What woman? Is for you. And then, you know, because a lot of men, they won't tell. They won't tell their wives if they're having ED problems, so they hide it. They'll hide the medication, the wife find it, and the wife go to thinking, you know, you got this for somebody that is for you. So, you know, that's just how a lot of times, yeah, tell us that men check your testosterone, you know. So, you know, I mean, it's so many. I got some buddies that I know that take testosterone shots and everything, and you know, I got a few buddies that do that. Then they go take the testosterone shots. But I mean, once you start taking the testosterone shots, you got to keep taking them. Am I right, Tamala? Because when you start replacing the testosterone, your body stop producing the testosterone. I mean, I think I'm right. I guess I'm right about that. But man, this has been a great show. Thank you guys so much. And I think, you know, that's something that I would love to have a show on for men to talk about that, because there's so many times men don't have a place to talk about that. And Tamala, I would love to have you on one day to discuss that. You know, just talk about, you know, ED with men and with things like that men don't want to talk about. You know, and tell some men what they need to do, signs of ED and things like that, because that's something men don't talk about because they're embarrassed to talk about it. A lot of men won't take their blood pressure medicines because they're afraid if they take their blood pressure medicines, they can't perform. And a lot of men have strokes and heart attacks because they're not taking a blood pressure medicine, thinking that, you know, so a lot of that stuff. You know, I would love to definitely have a show on that subject. I think I will. You know, all right. Thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed the show, you know how to donate. # Joe Show Brazil. I will see you guys here back next Wednesday. Remember, Halloween coming up. Don't do nothing too scary. You know, y'all be careful. Get to Fordyce. Beard got their homecoming coming up this weekend. And you got Fordyce homecoming coming up this weekend. So I'm sure that other schools have their homecomings coming up this weekend as well. But everyone have a blessed day, safe day. Love you guys. And make sure you understand, if you woke up this morning, you won. Have a
Ooh, yeah. It's time. Early in the morning. When I rise, time to wake up. Listening to the Joe Show.